All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the double.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Gone.
Check three.
Now.
They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Got it.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got you.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 on the Seahawks 12-yard line.
Ready.
50's the Mike.
And watch that. And watch the ball.
Check 99.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's go.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Ready.
Back to throw. Barber. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A 37-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. To throw it is Locke. James has got it. Complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Ten logo.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Hey, exit.
Play action. Now it's Locke. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Throwing his Locke on third down. And that's caught by Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Come on, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Ready? 10-2, sir.
54 Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking to throw on second down. Barber, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 43. Check 52.
Ready?
Kamara. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard
6-0 our score after 1.
Into the first quarter with the score Saints 6, Seahawks nothing.
Ready. 18, Gator. 56. Watch the screen. Bravo. 5.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ronald Blair in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
We go. 90 Wolf. Hey, Wahoo!
Locke taking the snap at 1. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else. End up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon, and think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Get it.
On 1st down, Barber looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Buying time to his left. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter. 36.
Here's Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
We'll remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The open man is Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the Saints' 23-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Sam off.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Smith, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go now. 70, Indy. 54, 61, matchbox, white, get it.
On the draw, this is Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on,
getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Five.
From the gun on 3rd down. Barber drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because the running back getting out of the backfield, if if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hit it.
To throw on second down. Barber. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On third down, Barber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. The beautiful fake. And now running right through it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Ebron's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 22. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Hey, box drop.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Locke. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
1st down, Seahawks.
Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Break.
56. Check 56.
Come on. You better break.
5.
They'll run it again with Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Let's go now. 30 base.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Come on.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barber. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Barber. Open man is Micah Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I know he ain't got it.
Off the play fake. Barber. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Barber. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Barber nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Ready. 50, plant. Gone. 5.
On 1st down, it's Carson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing now is Locke. He'll find Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To throw on 3rd down, Locke. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Barber on the check down. He finds Kamara. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, exit.
Throwing on 1st down. Barber going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Barber. It's caught. Smith. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Set, 8, read.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Hit it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barber. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And he's into the clear. The 40. 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
60 or. Check. Watch it before.
So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Guys, we all watched the film from yesterday, and I hope everyone knows it wasn't good enough. Today's practice...
Inside! Inside! Go side! Inside! We go side! Inside! We go side! Inside! We go side! Inside! We go side! Inside! Side! Side! We go side! Inside!
Time is running out. This is it. We go for gold.
We go side! Right side! Go side! Right side! We go side! Right side! Side! Right side! Go side! Right side! We go side! Right side! We go side! Right side!
All right, this is it. The gold standard. We are going for gold.
We go side! Right side! Side! Right side! We go side! Right side! We go side! Right side! We go side! Right side! Go side! Right side! We go side! Side! Right side! Right side! Right side! Go side! Right side! go, set. Reset. Reset. Here we go, set. Reset. Reset. Here we go. Here we go, set. Reset. Here we go, set. Reset. Set. Reset. Here we go, set. Reset. Here we go, set. Reset. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. 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 Go, set. Reset. We go, set. Set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Set. Reset. We go, set. Set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Reset. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Here we go, here we go. Reset. Reset. Go set. Reset. Go set. Reset.
Hey, you know what, guys? That was pretty dang good. And you know what gets me really excited? You haven't even reached the top of your potential yet. Not even close. Each and every one of you should take that as a challenge and see if you can find that next level.
We're going set. Reset. We're going set. Reset. Set. Reset. We're going set. Reset. We're going set. Reset. Let's go. We're going set. Reset. Go set. Reset. Set. Go set. Reset. 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 Go set. Reset. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Go set. Reset.
Reset. We go side. Reset. 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 Go side. Reset. We go side. Reset. We go side.